Toyota came to us and said we want to have like a 3.5 tonne headline driving down the street. First thing I did was Google what is 3.5 tonnes, what does it look like? And it turns out it looks like it's a small elephant or a couple of hippos. So we knew we were making something big.
We at Toyota are really aware of the misconceptions there is around Hilux hybrid and towing. What you see behind me is an SR5 Cruiser 4-wheel drive. Hybrids have been able to tow a small amount of weight, but this is the first hybrid that can tow some serious weight at 3.5 tonne.
So the inspiration behind the design was the old woodblock type that was used in the old printing process, because it had a real kind of character to it. You know, we wanted something that had a three-dimensional sculptural form to it, as opposed to just a flat billboard driving down the road.
Well, the main obstacles we came up with as far as the build was how we're going to assemble this thing, because it's too big to build in one piece, and then how we break it down to parts that can be put together in a modular fashion.
We wanted to make it as big as we could possibly tow, like the maximum size of the trailer and the maximum height that you're allowed to drive.
So we've designed this to fit on a 6-metre trailer, but the structure itself being 5.5 metres, we've offset the parts so it can be read from both sides. The beauty of using stainless steel in this production is the fact that it doesn't corrode, easily recyclable, easily welded. We can adjust the sheen depending on how we want the surface to reflect light. Putting a base coat of a matte finish down first, we can burnish that back to give highlights on the front faces and adjust the reflectivity of the side faces for contrast, so the whole thing looks really alive once it's moving under sunlight.
Yeah, so the final product looks better than we could imagine. Like it's one thing looking at it on a computer screen and kind of spinning it around, and when you look across the road and you see this thing and you see it's a giant metal structure, first thing you think, man, that thing's huge and it's heavy.
I think this is going to be one of those cool things you're going to see driving through the country, and we can't wait to see what people's reactions are going to be. You know, whether it be a townie, a tradie, a farmer or a fisherman, hey, it's something for everybody.